What's going on, guys? Welcome along to another video. I'm Matt DSR, and today I'm going to be taking you through my best motovlogging setup for 2025. Now, before you go on and buy a camera, for me it starts off with the research on the helmet. Now, I've done plenty of research to make sure this was the quietest helmet that I could afford, and something that I actually liked the look of and would wear. So this is where I come up with this. So this is the HTC Rafa 70 Carbon Edition, and I've been using it for the last, I don't know, 18 months, 2 years, and I've been really happy with the quality of audio that I get from obviously the mic inside the helmet. Now that you've chosen your helmet, you've got to decide what camera you personally want. Now, I'm not going to slate GoPro. I've had them, I didn't like them, I've moved away. Actually, the other two main cameras you're going to hit up are either going to be DJI or the Insta Ace Pro. I've never had an Ace Pro, so I can't comment on it, but I've run the DJI Osmo Action 4 and now the 5 Pro as my main motovlogging camera, and it's been a game changer compared to GoPro. So 100%, I can recommend the DJI. Whether you go for the 4 or the 5, to be honest, the 4 is still a fantastic camera. I use chin mount to obviously mount the camera to the front of the helmet. Obviously, some people just use clamps because they've got different helmets. Whatever your personal choice is, get something that's solid, sturdy, and it ain't coming off. I've also reinforced it with some Sugru around the edges just to really solidify it onto the bike, onto the helmet. And lastly then, with the camera itself, I recommend getting yourself ND filters, whether you do manual settings and you're going for that pure cinematic look, or you just want to give the camera's ability just an extra helping hand. That's what I do. I run it in auto, I give it some set parameters, but I use an ND filter. Day like today, mostly blue sky, sun is bright, you do need one. I'm currently using the Telesin ND filters, and what I really like about these is, unlike the GoPros, you have to take off the lens to put it on. With DJI's ND filters, is they just push over the standard cap. So if it's night time or I go into a scenario where I'm indoors, whatever it may be, and I don't want it on, I literally just pull it off and never go put it in my pocket, and we're good. So that's the camera and helmet setup sorted. The next main thing of any video is audio. Now, because I've got the DJI camera, I wanted an ecosystem that kind of just all worked together. So I went with the DJI Mic 2. Now, they do a DJI Mic 1 or a DJI Mic Mini if you don't want to spend as much. If you don't want to pick up the carry case and the dual sets, and this is an expensive set, it's like 300 odd quid. If that's not what you want to do, all you need to do is pick yourself up one of these mics. Now, brand new, this will set you back £89, but obviously you'll be able to find them second hand, probably down as low as about £50. One of these with this dead cat on is all you need for your audio. Me personally, my audio is wireless, so I connect this mic to the camera and then I place this upside down inside my helmet, and it sits around just off center to my mouth. And the reason it's upside down is I found when it was upright is when I wasn't talking and I was breathing, my breath would be hitting the mic continuously. So actually I just turned it upside down and it solves a lot of that heavy breathing problems. I've been using the Mic 2 and the Action 4, Action 5 now for, I'd say probably at least 12 months. And I think the only time it failed me was once right at the start, and actually that was user error. I just hadn't had my setup sorted correctly. But now I know what I'm doing, I know what settings I use. It's just so much easier to use this ecosystem than I did the 2-3 years before using GoPro. So we've got a helmet, we've got our camera, we've got our mic. Now, depending on what type of motovlogging you want to do, depending obviously how many cameras you want to run, me personally, I always like one on the helmet and at least one on the handlebars. So this is now a two-parter. Obviously, you're going to need something to mount onto the handlebars. I've just got a simple jaw clamp, I think they're called, or just a clamp, and then another DJI. This is obviously the Action 4, and if I ever upgrade to another 5, then this will then become my C camera, and that's kind of the beauty of it, is all the accessories work with each other and you can just chop and change. Again, ND filter needed, especially because this one is more looking at me, and with the sky behind it, it's almost more important to have an ND filter on this so it can help out the camera. And now it kind of comes down to personal preference. That's literally all you need to do your motovlogging. You don't even need a second camera. If you wanted, you could have the clamp on the handlebar or wherever around the bike, take the camera off your helmet, place it onto there on the handlebar and get some shots back. And where the mic is wireless, you'll still be able to talk and record everything normal. So you could literally just keep moving the camera all the way around the bike wherever you've got mounts without the need of a second camera. For me, it's just the ease of use, and I haven't kind of got time sometimes when I'm filming to be doing all the faff. I like things to make my life easy and simple. Now again, personal preference, it's down to kind of what you want to get out of your video and what type of shots you want to put into it. So that's where some of these accessories are, okay, just personal preference. I've got a few different selfie sticks, and I've gone for this one in the end. So this is a power bank as well. So it's a 10,000 milliamp power bank. The cable to charge is connected at the top, so it doesn't matter how far out the arm is, it can just plug in. USB-C, so that's good one for my phone or the camera. Thread at the top, so I can put different accessories on if I want. And again, thread at the bottom, so I can put some legs on it, or feet, legs, whatever you want to say. But it does balance on the table by itself if you don't have any. Yeah, just having something that kind of gives you that extra reach, always handy, especially if you want to do kind of like a static shot where you're going to put this down and maybe kind of ride past it. Having the camera elevated slightly will just kind of give a better shot, in my opinion. And there's me talking about the feet. I'm actually using the feet to hold up the phone. Sorry, sun's right behind, not very easy to see it. These are the Manfrotto mini tripod. These can screw onto the selfie stick, or I can just put a DJI mount and then have the DJI camera on here. Coming up from there, I've now got a quad lock arm to hold my phone. So obviously if I want to use my phone instead of the camera, the DJI, the phone will get better kind of footage than the DJI camera. But it's to be expected because the phone's got like 3 lenses. So yeah, that gives me the full flexibility and the capability of using my phone whilst I'm out to take my shots or my extra kind of B-roll, slow-mo style footage. Getting wham! Now, potentially one of the last things you may need is one of these. Is a power bank with the DJI battery pack, charging pack, whatever you want to call it. I've got a total of 4 batteries and I've never run out. When I've run out of batteries or I'm changing them over, the old batteries will just go straight into this. It'll get plugged on and charged whilst I'm riding. So then when I need to swap over later on, they're charged and good to go. And then if you want to go a little step further, when I'm doing these kind of static videos, I'll whack out the tripod and the big camera. So that's what we got here. We've got a Ulanzi tripod, got an A7 IV, and then that's my Tamron 28 to 75mm. Just at the top here, this is the DJI attachment as well. So I'm running the audio from the DJI mic straight to that camera. So for me, it just enables me to kind of get better quality footage. If I've got the capacity and I've got the capability of carrying it and using it, then why not? There's no point in it sitting at home collecting dust. Well guys, that is everything I use to make all my videos, all my motovlogs, all my bike reviews. Pretty much every single video in the last 12 months has been made with this setup. I think the most recent thing I bought was this quad lock arm because I want to try and sleeken down and minimize the amount of kit I carry. Because end of the day, if I'm on the bike and I'm wearing the day sack and it's 10 kilos, it does start to get a bit fatiguing on a long day's ride. One thing I personally would like to get hold of and try out is the mic mini. And I say that because this mic too is fantastic. Like, I love the fact that it internally records, it's got 32-bit float. Like, it's got everything I need. And when I put it in the helmet, I really love the audio quality that comes out of it. Having the ability to adjust your decibel gain, which means just when you're talking, your voice isn't clipping and it's not distorting the audio, just all in as a package. I love it. What I don't love about it is when I'm like this, I'm off the bike, I'm walking around and I've got it magnetized to my shirt. It's a little bit heavy. It does pull the shirt down, it kind of does sag, where the mic mini, it's something like 10 grams or something like that. It's ridiculously light. So when you put it on the shirt, it won't move. It won't drag anything down in the material. It would be worth me grabbing a DJI Mic Mini just for the kind of static off the bike scenario, but that's purely going to be a want purchase rather than a need. When it's winter and I've got a jumper on, it doesn't really matter because obviously the material is stronger and it kind of holds it better. Well, if you've got any questions about any of the kit I use, any of the settings I have for any of the cameras or the mics or whatever, then let me know below. Hope you've enjoyed it. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. And until next one, ride safe.